Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. And today we're going to meet Richard and his really nice Astro. And I've always been a big fan of the Astro. They're so solidly mechanical. They've been making them for years. So, Richard, tell us how you ended up here at the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous 2018 and a little bit about your Astro and your life in it.
I semi-retired May 31st. I'm not old enough to collect anything yet. I got a couple years, but got a little bit of money in the bank and I'll still do some work. But I knew I was going to do that, so I worked on my van about a year and turned my keys in May 31st, and I've been in the van ever since. Since then, I put about 20,000 miles on it.
Oh my goodness, you've been busy. So 20,000 miles, that's a whole lot in 1 year, and you've been enjoying it so far?
I've been traveling. I've been down to Florida twice. I boondocked in the Keys, got away with that, which was kind of a check mark for me.
That's on your bucket list. Boondock, and the Keys
and
are gorgeous. Yeah.
Everywhere I went, I've had a good time. Everywhere I went, everybody's been really friendly. I mean, just to say it simple, I've loved it. I got here like close to 3 months ago. I came and checked this area out first, stayed for a few days. Then I went over to Ehrenberg and stayed up there on both sides of the circle over there, both in the higher land and then next to the river for a while.
So as you know, one of the things I say all the time is there's plenty of places here in the desert Southwest. So you've just been going around and getting to know them all.
Yeah, and some I like better than others.
Sure,
know?
Yeah, that's the way it works.
And I'm a kind of electronic freak. I got to have my internet.
Yeah, me too.
And I got my TV in the morning and the laptops, and I do websites on the side a little bit, so I got to work on that some. And
a lot of tech people where they just got to have that stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't leaving home without it.
No, I understand.
I care less about the furniture, but my tech stuff was coming with me.
Right.
And half my tools.
And of course, tech stuff requires solar, so I see you have solar.
I do.
200 watts?
Yes.
Yep. And has that been good so far? That's been enough?
It's been enough. I could use another panel.
The big thing is that in the winter you get so much less. In the summer you'll probably be very happy, but in the winter it's pretty marginal.
I'd like to be happy all year round.
Yes. And that's what I tell people, plan for the worst.
Yeah.
Don't choose for the best, plan for the worst. And
sure.
Another panel will do it.
Yeah, those panels normally lay flat, but here the sun was so far down all day long that I had to unscrew them and lift them up. So now I'm going to put hinges on both sides, remove the pins, and then put pins with clips in them so I can flip them either way.
That's a very good idea.
That's my next project.
Really good idea. So the Astro, you know, it's a small van, but you found it to be big enough for you?
Yeah, the way I designed it, I've got plenty of room in it. People are usually surprised when they look at it. They think, well, you got that much room in here and you carry that much stuff with you, you know. So,
right.
I built everything inside from scratch and had a plan for where everything was going to go from the get-go.
So it sounds like you're traveling full-time for now. I mean, that's all 20,000 miles in 8 or 9 months. So are you going to go full-time or just trips?
I've been full-time since May 31st. And, you know, someday I might get tired of it, but right now I'm just loving it. It's comfortable. I've made it comfortable for me. I have all my toys, and so I don't see any reason why not at this point, you know. Without doing it this way, I wouldn't be able to afford it. I'm not a rich man. I've got some money in the bank. I've got skills. I can do pretty much any job. And if I go to any, I can make a call and get a job anywhere. But I don't have to a lot because I'm traveling this way.
And the Astro's been a good solid vehicle? You haven't had any problems? Well, you may have had a little here and there probably.
Done all the regular maintenance. I've had to replace both the front wheel bearing assemblies. Other than that, plugs, wires,
just
oil, normal, everything you want to. I went through and changed the serpentine belt, pulleys, greased everything, put new tires on it, new brakes all the way around before it took off. All that during that year while I was getting it ready. So.
Well, would it be okay if we took a look around inside?
Sure, absolutely. Okay.
Let's take a look inside this really nice conversion. So Richard, here we are inside your van, and man, this is so nice. I really love your build. So can you walk us through it and your thinking and decision making?
Well, I started out with, I put a fake wall in, and we'll have to go back and look at the utility there at some point. And then I built the bed, and I built these cabinets in place. One of my jobs in the past was building cabinets many years ago. And I tilted this cabinet for two reasons. It's still deep enough to accommodate these bins.
Oh, right. You built them around your plastic bins.
Yeah, and I didn't want the bins sticking out. I just don't. That would drive me nuts. I wouldn't be able to live with it.
And flopping around. And
this side, I hang clothes in.
Really nice.
And of course, it's the same down here. I got a little bit of key litter and a couple other things down there.
Just nice, really nice organization.
I got this shelf here at Walmart. It had legs on it. The legs kept getting bounced all around and on my feet, so I mounted it to that.
And it just pops up.
And then I noticed one day that I could scoot it over there.
Oh my! Oh, that's just sweet.
There, do paperwork, whatever I want. That works out great.
I should say I'm your front seat, and I'll show you the front here in a minute, folks. But the passenger seat is swiveled. Is it a swivel, or have you reversed it?
It's a swivel. I installed a swivel on it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, and it's easy. It's super easy to turn around. If I'm somewhere where I ain't supposed to be, I have a curtain here that I can pull over, turn the seat around, and just make the cab look like there's no one in here. I'll tell you a little bit about the color.
Gray.
The cab's gray.
Right, it is.
So I went with a hammered gray oil base because it's more durable on all the wood. And then on the walls where the carpet is, that is a boat deck carpeting.
Oh,
And I put that on with contact cement, the kind you roll on. I installed the fantastic fan. And
I actually prefer I think you should get a fantastic fan. It's worth it. But I actually prefer a portable I can have close to me and aim at me.
That's what I've got. And it tilts up and down and plugs into the cigarette lighter, and it's 12 volts. And
you can move it back and forth. You're sitting up here, it can be beside you. If you're sitting back there, it can be beside you.
The TV does 4 things. It's a regular TV. It's got a DVD player built in it. I have a Chromecast hooked up to it, so I can sling TV to it, so I can get my NASCAR races and football games and stuff that are on cable now.
Right.
And the 4th thing is I have a backup camera hooked up to it, and it don't just come on when you put it in reverse. I leave it on when I'm going down the road, and I can look at it through my rearview mirror.
How about that? That's a clever idea.
And it just looks like a window to the back behind you.
Yeah.
And it works great. I mean, I can see it perfectly clear because it's dark back here. The sun's not shining on it. It's easy to see. Works great.
Yeah. This was a cargo van to begin with?
Yeah, it was a cargo van. I got it from Corson. They're a national fire safety company. And that's why it's yellow, too.
Right.
The doors I didn't build myself. I bought them at Lowe's or Walmart or something. I mean, Lowe's or Menards or something. I cut about 1 inch off each side so they would fit. And these are actually drawer fronts. That's my pantry there. Fronts to a drawer.
Do you cook?
I cook
outside.
I've got butane. It's sitting up there just to get out of the way.
Oh, so it's down here in your wheel well.
Yeah, but I usually set it right here, and then set the stove on top of it and cook here or outside if it's still nice outside.
And you'd be sitting where I am. I'm sitting in your passenger seat, which is swiveled, and man, it is just perfect to here it is. I just lean forward and I'm cooking. I'm watching it.
This is my foot stand when I'm sitting where you're at.
Right.
It's my nightstand.
While you're sleeping.
All my storage and pee bottle and all that good crap there.
The essentials.
And then it has a hinge.
How cool. Oh, and look at that. It's your toilet too. That's very, very clever.
And I might have to sit there for a little bit.
Yeah,
so
I've been there, done there.
So that.
And the TV's on.
TV's on. I got my phone in my hand and paper down there if the phone gets boring. So it's ready to go.
Let's go for a visit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's it works great and it's comfortable and it's just the right height and everything. My head don't hit and the toilet paper's under here and it's got the bags and
no job's done till the paperwork's done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I got a smoke detector, carbon monoxide detector.
Just essential.
Laptop slides in here.
Right.
Just a couple extra storage, remotes and stuff generally go in there. All my outlets are independently fused. I had read that sometimes if you have those refrigerator on a circuit with other things, that sometimes it can misread the voltage and get a false reading that your voltage is low when it's not.
Right. And you got a nice speaker system, so you like music and you have it there when you want it.
Yep, I've had them speakers for, I don't know, 8 years or so. But I bought this cheap $59 or $49 Walmart special. Has Bluetooth on it, so I can stream my phone to it.
And it looks like, do you have access to the underbed storage from the front, or is that from the back?
I can get to it by taking the one screw off.
Okay.
Most of the time, I just get to it from the back.
Sure. And I see you have an air conditioning, and 200 watts is generally not going to run an air conditioner, so do you use it much?
That is just for, you'll get them 90, 95 day, 100% humidity in Florida where I go a lot. And I have my breaking point too. And if that's the case, I'll pay for a campsite, plug in, and use it. When I go to Indy, I pull into my mother's driveway and plug in.
Oh.
And she loves having me there.
Sure.
Hi there, Mother. Love you. She loves me being there. So, you know, that
and
works
she
out
lets you
good.
plug in.
Yeah, she lets me plug in as long as I keep fixing everything while I'm there, which I don't mind and like doing. So.
Well, what I was thinking of is, this is a tiny van, and even losing that 10 inches doesn't make it look too crowded and unpleasant.
No, I mean, we're both sitting in here, and there's plenty of room between you and I still got a couple tables that, we both could eat off of if we wanted to.
We could. You can have company in here, no problem.
Yeah, sure, and have.
Now, some people have an issue with the no windows. You got a cargo van, so you only window is your front. And that isn't a problem for you.
No, I've had cargo vans for years. I'm used to it.
And you're probably spending, we've had really good weather this year, but you're usually spending a lot of your time outside, I'd guess.
Oh, yeah. If the sun's out, you're probably going to see me out there.
Right.
You're either doing something or not doing anything, just staring at the sun. I don't care. I love the sun. To me, it's therapy.
You and science, everyone says that.
It just seems like I keep getting happier and happier and happier. And I'm having a blast here at the RTR.
Right.
And thank you for that. I mean, it's just... It's fun. I mean, it's fun. You can. I'm close enough to where I can listen to the seminars sitting in my van or sitting in a chair outside my van. Although everybody keeps walking by wanting to look in my van. So
That's your problem.
So I end up having to walk over there anyways. But
right.
I could listen to them here if it wasn't for the traffic wanting to look in it. So.
Right. Well, you've done such a nice job.
Yeah, I get a lot of complaints, so I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah. And what kind of gas mileage are you getting out of it?
Yeah. 18 to 20.
Which is fine. That's really good. Well, just a couple of things everyone demands that I ask. You do have refrigeration. It looks like a Dometic 12-volt fridge. 200 watts is plenty to power it.
It's been running solid for over a year.
And so how do you shower? Everyone wants to know.
I use a solar shower.
Okay, good. A bag.
I open the back doors, put a tarp across the back, and I wear swim trunks.
Sure.
In a place like this.
Sure.
And I have a lot of hair. And I'm still able to get it all washed clean in my whole body with a half gallon. A lot of stuff that I do, I thought, this is going to be weird. But after about 2 months, it's just your life. It's what you do. It's everyday business. Yeah. I have a couple toolboxes on top. And I keep one box I have a bunch of tools in. The other box I keep tent, chairs out here, table, tarps, extension cords, and miscellaneous stuff like that. I brought everything I needed to work on the van and basic carpentry work and stuff with me. So
it's not that hard.
No, it's not.
It isn't.
I have a lot with me.
Well, speaking of that, why don't we go take a look around out the outside?
Let's do that.
Okay, why don't you just start here with the boxes?
Okay. These are actually truck toolboxes. They're aluminum toolboxes. They're super light, and I painted them a satin black. And this one is actually a side box. The one on the other side is a toolbox that goes in the back of a truck that drops down in the center and goes across. And I cut that part off. Did the same thing with it over there. Yeah,
little outside table. Here's your solar shower.
Yep, sitting there warming up. Those bags work great.
And then the back in the garage.
This is where everything happens.
Oh, wow, that is really nice.
It's only about 8-10 inches, but you can see how much I got in here. The inverter's a little large, but I use like a hammer drill and stuff for some work and stuff like that, so that's why that's there. The 2 batteries, I've had them for about a year. For charging, I just use a cheap Harbor Freight $90 generator and a $25 battery charger from Harbor Freight. It'll charge the batteries in about 2.5 hours.
So when you're plugged into shore power, you just plug in and use the battery charger, or if you're away from shore power, you use the generator.
Exactly. And the propane tank goes up to the buddy heater.
So the hose is wired, runs up to it?
Yes, it does. It's right here. It goes up along top of the wheel well, stays underneath the cabinet inside, and then just comes right out where the buddy heater's at. And this blower here, I use it to clean the van out with. I open all the doors up, pretty much stand in the middle and blow all the dirt outwards. And when you have that much dirt out here at the desert,
You do.
it's a whole lot quicker than any other way you can do it. These are ridge vents for houses. And what this does is, this whole area stays vented, and I can run the air conditioner without knowing that's in there.
Right, that's a big plus. And why don't you tell us about the your antenna?
Okay, that is a cheap $20 Big Lots antenna. It had the ugly big bow tie UF antenna on the back side of it. I got a 3/4 inch galvanized pipe right here. That antenna will sit on this pipe most of the time.
Right.
And in the city and stuff, I can get most of the signals I want. Yeah, everybody that's walked by has told me they all get one Spanish station, I guess.
Right.
But I get a lot of stations with it. And it works great.
Well, Richard, you've just done a really great job. You've made yourself a wonderful home.
Thank you.
I imagine people are at home or watching this thinking, oh, those are some really good ideas. I can do that.
Yep.
And they can. They really can do this. So do you have a YouTube channel or blog or anything?
Yeah, I have a website. It's called vanningheretothere.com. And it has several pages of the pictures of the van as it's being built. And I have a YouTube channel called the same thing, Vanning Here to There. And there's not a whole lot on there, but I've been adding a lot more lately.
So yeah, everyone go check it out because there's some great ideas and some inspiration here. So be sure and look at both of those, the website and the YouTube channel. Well, Richard, thanks so much for sharing your home with us, your life. I really appreciate it, folks. If you got any ideas or inspiration out of here, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.